Talk to him. Hey, Eddie, what are you doing? Take the stage. I'm not sure. Man, I don't know. Perhaps I'm going to do it again since I beat Kevin's best. Kevin got a new record, and I need to have it back, Kevin. I need to get back on stage. You can't lie about it. A lot of people know Kevin Hart as a comedian right now. These days, though, his name has been thrown around for the wrong reasons. A lot of people, mostly black comics, have been after him. And that shade hits harder in comedy. Funny things can be mean. Each day you're king, and the next day everyone roasts you in public. Kevin has been looking a little tense lately. But why would someone who is so successful be following him around? Now this is where things get interesting. Eddie Murphy, the hero, could be stepping in to tell the truth. People say Kevin is hiding more than he's telling. Before the end of the year, Katt went off, giving us a small taste. Getting very upset about something. Kevin tried to stay calm and fire back, but it was clear he was upset. Now, there are reports that Eddie and a few other people are getting ready to attack Kevin's image even more. Things could get really bad soon. Kevin needs to fasten his seatbelt because this ride is about to get crazy. Eddie Murphy is known for keeping things clean and out of trouble. Since he's a smooth OG who usually keeps to himself, something is wrong when he speaks up. They also have past. Do you remember when they worked on Meet Dave together? You should respect that. Eddie is still going to call Kevin out, though. What's the matter? Thoughts are going around that Kevin didn't play fair on his way to the top. He allegedly became close to some important people in the business and may have even crossed some people to get ahead. Some people don't like that kind of hustle, and it looks like the people he left behind are ready to talk. Then there's the talk that makes people look twice. Some people are talking about some really shady things Kevin might have been involved with. When Eddie Murphy hears about it, you know it's not a joke. Eddie has been in charge of the game for a very long time. He's likely aware of all the secrets because he has seen and done everything. Let us go back and listen to what Katt said on the Club Shay Shay podcast. He told everything. Katt called Kevin a plant straight out. Yes, he said Kevin didn't rise like he usually does. Katt said Kevin didn't grind like the other guys. He became famous way too quickly. In his first year in Los Angeles, he already had a show and was the lead in Soul Plane. Not everyone has that happen to them. This is how Katt laid it out. When he got here, he already had his plans. Then he asked everyone the real question. Has anyone ever seen a comedian move to Los Angeles, get a sitcom on a network TV show, and star in their own movie all in the same year? Katt didn't even wait for someone to answer. Sighed, nope, not before or after Kevin. That doesn't happen very often. He wasn't done yet. He didn't give up. What do you guys think a plant is? Some people might not know what these words mean. People really raised their eyebrows at that part. It's not a new thing that Katt and Kevin are angry with each other. They have a history of fighting. Remember the movie Fool's Gold from 2008? Katt was meant to be the star, but problems with the law got in the way. He had to drop out because the movie was being shot all the way in Australia. Who do you think flew in? Yes, Kevin Hart, and things haven't been great between them since then. Next, Kevin Hart slides right into that Fool's Gold role after Katt was pushed out. And word on the street is that's when things between Katt and Kevin got really tense. That switch set off the fire, which has been going strong ever since. Katt didn't stick his tongue out. He put everything on the line and called out the fake attitude in Hollywood. He said there are too many people telling lies and getting paid for it. The real ones, on the other hand, are still trying to get a seat at the table. It was clear to him. If someone is famous and has money, that doesn't mean they're saying the truth. I agree with Katt that letting some people control the story is risky, especially if those people have a lot of money and power. He knows how the game is played and doesn't want to play it. He also knows that saying this could make people think he is angry or jealous, but guess what? He doesn't care. When asked if he was scared about the backlash, Katt said something crazy to him. Anything Satan makes can't have good things for his people in it. That's why the most important thing for someone who sold their soul in Hollywood is to act like it never happened. People were scared by that line. Let's talk about that crazy idea that has been going around Hollywood for years. The one who says some stars are forced to do embarrassing things on TV in order to move up the ladder. Yes, that does include dressing up. People say it's kind of like a weird rite of passage in the fame game. And Kevin? People still remember the times he put on a wig and dressed up for comedy shows. That's not all Katt talk, though. This shady part of the business has also been talked about by Dave Chappelle. He told it like it was. Something more is going on in Hollywood than meets the eye. People pay attention when giants like Dave drop hints. There was a time in 2006 when Dave Chappelle went on Oprah and told her the truth about why he left. They walked away from a $50 million deal with Comedy Central like it was nothing. It wasn't about the money, though. Dave made it clear, though. There are risks that come with those big deals, and he wasn't going to let them get in the way of him getting paid well. Dave has worked in show business since he was 14, so he knows all about the bad ones. It's something he's heard and seen lives go from great to terrible in the blink of an eye. He talked about Mariah Carey, who signed a $100 million deal, and then heard people calling her crazy. He also talked about Martin Lawrence, who went from being a hero to waving a gun and screaming that someone was after him. Dave thought, nah, that pattern doesn't look right. Dave didn't hold back when Oprah asked him about hearing stories like these. Sighed, yes, I've seen it happen. It went down every time someone was about to level up. Just as they're about to reach the next level of fame, something hits them and throws them off. It was even said that Dave was forced to do skits that made people laugh. Not with him, because it looked like they wanted him to act silly just to get paid. That's when he began to think they were trying to make fun of him by taking away his honor. There's more. Dave talked about a time when he and Martin Lawrence were making a movie. Every time he walks into his trailer, a dress is already hung up. They tell him it's for a scene where Martin's character gets out of jail by dressing Dave up as a drag queen. He thinks it must be a mistake. Dave wouldn't have it. He said, "No, I'm not going to do that." They tried to get him to change his mind by telling him it was funny, but he refused. He was funny even when he wasn't dressed up. Things became tense after that. He was pushed to go with it by directors, producers, and writers. Dave didn't fold, though. The best part is now here. They wrote a whole new scene in just a few minutes. Dave then asked, "Why did you have that other scene ready to go like that?" He knew everything he needed to know at that very moment. Some people thought Dave should wear a dress for fun, but the pressure was what made him dislike it the most. The outfit wasn't the point. It had to do with the message. He began to notice a pattern. Black artists were pushed by the business to do anything to stay popular, even if it meant giving up their pride. And Dave didn't want to do that. Things made sense after that. It wasn't just his fight. He found out that a lot of other black guys in show business had been asked to play the same game. All of a sudden it made sense. Martin Lawrence looked great in that dress and fat suit at Big Mama's house. Eddie Murphy put on wigs for the crazy professor's whole family. Jamie Foxx went all out with Wanda in full color. The Wayans brothers were also white chicks and did double service. Tyler Perry and the unknown Flop One Aman both tried to ride that wave. He made a fortune off of Medea in a dress and wig. In the business world, that picture became well known. This is where Kevin Hart joins the conversation. Kevin always thought it was important for artists to keep control of their business when he was young and rising. He was preaching about setting limits and not letting success change who you are. Someone brought up the dress in a role thing, and Kevin was strong. He said he hadn't seen that happen before, and if he did, he would say no. Kevin told them straight out, "You need to know your limits and protect your brand." He really cared about keeping his image safe and not letting people use him for fun. He even turned down an offer to dribble a basketball on a talk show because he thought it would make him look silly. It was that important to him to keep his picture in good shape. Feel free to wear the dress however you want. You need to set limits. When you reach a certain point, you can't go back. Kevin was the one who said that, but now, move forward, now people want to know if he stuck to it. Things go crazy from here on out. Kevin talked a lot about setting limits and keeping his image clean a year ago, and then all of a sudden he shows up on SNL in a dress as a 9-year-old Oscar candidate. The fans lost it. People called him out for switching up all over the internet. People asked, "Wait a minute, didn't you just say you wouldn't do that?" People were angry about that story twist. Kevin had made it clear that he didn't want that dress life, and now he was doing the very thing he told other people not to do. People started quickly to say that they were fake and selling out. Fans felt lied to and thought he broke his promise for laughs and money. Then Kevin did a complete 180. Out of the blue, he starts laughing and says that the skit was funny and there was nothing wrong with it. The guy who said no dress, no way, all of a sudden said, "Why not? Let's do it." A lot of people didn't understand that move. But when things got tough, Kevin went into full defense mode. He began to name names, saying that Martin Lawrence, Tyler Perry, and Jamie Foxx were not pushed to play Big Mama, Medea, or Wanda. It was true. I was one of those comics who said, "No, I wouldn't wear a dress. I would never put on a dress." Then, when I was given the chance to do something I thought was funny, I said, "Oh, that's funny, I'll do it." It's all about picking.